Thank you for attending this presentation of the Snap Creator Framework. Today we're going to discuss Snap Creator 4.1 GUI profiles and configuration files. First, let's discuss what profiles and configuration files are. Profiles are used to organize configuration files into groups. For example, you could group all of your Oracle databases into an Oracle profile. If you're a service provider running a multi-tenant environment, you can create a profile for each tenant and store that tenant's configuration files within their profile. Snap Creator users can be assigned to profiles. So if you create a user account for your Oracle administrator and give him or her access to the Oracle profile, he or she will never know about other profiles within the Snap Creator environment. This is equally true for multi-tenant environments. Tenant A never sees Tenant B's profile or configuration files. Configuration files define the environment that Snap Creator is taking an action on. A configuration file will define volumes to back up, clone or restore, if a plugin will be used, if there are SnapMirror or SnapVault relationships, and more. Profiles and configuration files can be created through either the GUI or the CLI, but the GUI is easier for users new to Snap Creator. As such, we'll only cover the GUI steps in this video. Let's take a look at the process of creating a new profile and configuration file. The Snap Creator GUI is simply access to a web browser. So open the web browser of your choice and type in https:// the hostname and the port number where Snap Creator is running. Since Snap Creator is now using HTTPS, you may receive a certificate or security error. Depending on your browser, click the necessary steps to accept, and you'll be presented with the Snap Creator GUI. Log in using the credentials you supplied during installation. If this is your first time accessing the Snap Creator GUI, you'll be presented with a welcome message, giving you information on the steps that you're about to perform. Read the information and click OK, and you're first prompted to create a profile. Name the profile anything that you like. I'm just going to call this one Demo and click OK. As soon as you create a profile, the Snap Creator configuration wizard is automatically presented. Click Next to begin, name your configuration file, and notice that if you hover your mouse cursor over any field within the Snap Creator GUI, a helpful tooltip will be shown. Click Next to continue. Now we choose a plugin type. Your options are an application plugin, gives you a list of applications or databases. Virtualization plugin, which has a list of a few popular hypervisors. Community plugin, which are some of the few community plugins to be integrated with the Snap Creator GUI out of the box. Or none, no plugin, which is what we're going to choose for the purpose of this video. If you choose a plugin, the next screen will detail parameters that need to be filled out in order to utilize that particular plugin. Since I selected none, I'm taken directly to the agent configuration screen. Type in the hostname or IP address of the Snap Creator agent, as well as the port that the agent is running on, and click Test Agent Connection. That will reach out to the Snap Creator agent and verify that it is running. Click Next to continue. Select the settings to communicate with the NetApp storage system. I use HTTPS, which automatically puts in the port 443. Click Next. Supply the hostname or IP address for the NetApp controller or vServer, as well as a user and password. Click Next. To select volumes, simply drag and drop, or use the arrow keys to send volumes from the left pane to the right pane. You can also use the Shift or Control keys to select multiple volumes. If you select the volume you don't want, just drag it back. Once you've made your selections, click Save. You can add additional controllers or vServers by clicking the Add button, and you can edit your settings by selecting the controller or vServer and clicking the Edit button. Click Next to continue. Enter a snapshot copy name, and if you're using cluster data ONTAP 8.2 or higher, you can also utilize a snapshot copy label. You can supply your retention policy directly here within the configuration file, or you can use a policy object. We don't have any policy objects created at the moment, so we'll use the default use policy and select a daily policy of 4 snapshots. Once you've made your selections, click Next. You're presented with a few additional snapshot details. If necessary, make changes and click Next. You can also easily integrate with SnapMirror or SnapVault. We do need to note that Snap Creator does not create or initialize these relationships. They must already exist. That's out of the scope of this video, so we'll just click Next. We can also integrate with OnCommand's Operations Manager console or the NetApp Management console with data protection capability. Click Next, review your summary, and click Finish. If I expand my profile, I can now see my new configuration files. Additional profiles can be created by clicking Add Profile, and I can create additional configuration files within a profile by right-clicking and selecting New Configuration. You can also right-click on a profile to download it, as well as rename or delete it, and you can upload a file by right-clicking in the profile and selecting Upload Configuration. That completes this presentation of Snap Creator 4.1 GUI, Profiles and Configuration Files. For additional information about Snap Creator, visit the Snap Creator Developers Community at www.snapcreator.com or visit the Snap Creator Forum on NetApp Communities at www.netapp.com/snapcreator.